Everybody, what's up? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. And basically, here's something I want to break down for you, right? And that is this. There has always been this mantra with the B-dub. Don't judge, don't judge, don't judge, right? And there has always been men that says, well, my mama taught me not to judge nobody. There's a reason for this, all right? And the reason is because men, all right, decided not to judge. They miss out how scriptures would save you from the judgment you get by getting with the single mom and marrying. Okay, first of all, to go to an altar of the people of this land who has never been just, there's not a just bone in her body, and say that you're going to give and take care the responsibility of another man. You're going to take in, how they say it, you're not a stepfather, you're just the man that stepped up. No, you're an adulterer, right? And for this reason, the so-called black community is in shambles because you have a bunch of dudes that was so enamored with coochie, and so the thirst is so great, and the propaganda and the brainwashing is so thorough that many dudes believe that they're supposed to take on the responsibility of another man, or allow women to get off the hook from all the wickedness that have been done in their name. All right, not the men. Understand this: the men gets no quarter. Men gets no forgiveness. The men only get repudiation, harassment. He get to unjustly be blamed for something he's not responsible for. And all this would go away if we would just say no to single mothers. And if they need a man in their life, they need to go back to their children's father. But because we have been conned into not judging them, all right, and I have these here for a reason. Because of this, there's a whole lot of wickedness going on, and we're going to deal with it real quick, and I'm going to show you how if we just follow, I don't care about the New Testament. It was written by the Romans to take us away from this. This is our history right here. The New Testament is Roman propaganda history, straight up. That's why you call a man Jesus when the letter J didn't exist. That's why you call somebody a name that Caucasians made up for you to call them, but you wouldn't have somebody call you by some other name. All right, y'all, the whole brainwashing is so thorough that many people are in that religion and never ask proper questions, and they do the same lies and hermeneutics that preachers do to try to get people to understand what they don't. All right, it says here in Ezekiel, son of man, that means men born of men. Prophesy against the prophets of Israel who prophesy, and say to those who prophesy out of their own heart, hear the word of Yahweh. Now let me break something down. The Most High picks us men to judge, and that's what we should do. All right, and that's why I put this here. It says, now son of man, judge the city of blood, and you shall show her all of her abominations, right? Now, let me pause real quick and say, at this moment, look down to your right, get them thumbs up, all right, and please share, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the videos. My Cash App and PayPal me will be in the description box if you like what I'm doing for the community. And remember, you take care of yourself and family first before you donate anything to anybody. All right, so now let's break this down. These are the passes we've been given to be done. All right? I want you to understand this, right? And in Deuteronomy, it says that the Most High appoint us judges over this, right? Here is our problem. You got too many dudes thirsting after this. Too many dudes thirsting after this. This is nothing but a thirst trap. Okay? And this is not for you. The uniform says not for a decent man. She will want the decent man when she hit 30. But in the meantime, this is what we have to deal with from these type of women.
There's been women who've been tested, 30 men, and they still have not found the father.
This is what we talk about accountability, right? Because the modern woman would prefer to lie than take accountability. So with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case, she preferred to lie than to be seen. Because I've always said that women have a perception, right, that they want to keep up. They want to be seen a certain way. Okay? And so what it is that for women, image is everything.
Image is everything, not the truth. And men need to learn that. For women, image is everything, not the truth. Right? That's why we have judges that are men. Alright? This is why men need to start judging these women for who they are. Alright, so here we go. So on the latest episode of Simping Gone Wrong, former America's Top model, Eva, married a successful businessman from Atlanta. He decided to legally adopt her daughter. Now, 4 years later, Eva is filing for divorce, and she wants him to pay her child support for her daughter. All right? And this is a legit thirst trap. This is straight up a thirst trap. All right, he was trapped by image. He gave her the fairy tale everything. All right, and that is because we are not doing things according to how we're supposed to do things. All right, and so this is where this comes into play. Anybody that get a marriage license that marries these women with children and then take on their children as adoptees, then you get what you get. All the ignorant stuff, all the wickedness, and the children and the community is going to turn out worse for it. You see that happening on a daily basis. It says, woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hand shall be given him. All right? As they ask for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the ways of thy path. Understand this. This is destroying the ways of thy path. But you can't get past the uniform that's saying that they're not for you. Hey, it says, do not give your strength to a woman, nor your ways to wiping away sovereigns, right? Or do not give your strength to a woman, nor your ways to that which kills kings. All right, and this is the women they're referring to. All right, and you can read the rest. Now, see now is the greater involvement of the B-dubs in witchcraft and everything, right? People of Israel, the priests, the Levites, have not separated themselves from the people of the lands of their abominations. In other words, all these things that is starting to be accepted in the so-called black community, we should have separated ourselves from. But because the BW has joined with the Caucasians and decided to help them with all of their abominations, all right, she brought these things into the community. She brought these things into the family. At the same time, she kicked the Afro man out because she wanted to be the ruler over the Afro community and family. The wickedness that you see has brought in by the women that allowed, that brought this They didn't allow, they brought them in. And you can't say the men allowed, because the men that they chose to have children by aren't the good men. All right? And so you see this, right? And we've been warned, do not do this, right? The abomination which Yahweh hates, they have done to their mighty ones, for they even burnt their sons and daughters in the fire to their mighty ones. This would be akin to what abortion is today. Okay? And so we, as Afro men, have allowed thirst, in many cases, to have us go after women that should not be worth our time because they look good in a photograph. And bottom line is, this is not the real them. This is not the real cleanliness, not their real hair, not their real face. Not much about them is real. Think about it. We don't care though. And we don't care because all aspects of our culture we threw away. Alright? We threw all of this away. It says, when it comes to the land which Elaine gives to you, do not learn the abominations. All this stuff they're trying to push on our community, we weren't supposed to learn. All right? We weren't supposed to make our daughters pass through all these divination things. All these things where they're now trying to teach our children stuff that we wouldn't teach them in the home, in their schools. All right? And I don't see us standing against them. What I do see is the Caucasians standing against them and saying, no, we will teach our children when it comes to all the nature and biology, when it comes to their well-being. All right? So now, you got us again, following the ways of the women. And the women, the BW, the ABW, are following the ways of these people. All right? And so, basically, and then you look at it, and then we're not listening to the people that's trying to get us out of these things. We're listening to the people that's popular, that'll say things in a certain way instead of say the truth. All right? Or they will go and not give credit to whom credit is due. What you have in the so-called black community is you have a bunch of people that will steal ideas from people, steal people's platforms. All right? They won't go and learn what things are about. And so when they steal them, they take ideas out of context. And then when they're asked the question, well, where do you get this from? They don't really know, because they're not the ones that came up with it. But they'll give some kind of BS. All right? Hey, hear this in context.
There's been women who've been tested, 30 men, and they still have not found the father.
This is what we talk about accountability, right? Because the modern woman would prefer to lie than take accountability. So with the Amber Heard Johnny Depp case, she preferred to lie than to be seen. Because I've always said that women have a perception, right, that they want to keep up. They want to be seen a certain way. Okay? And so what it is that for women, image is everything, right? And so with Amber Heard, she didn't want her image to be destroyed. With the women that go on the Maury show, and I'm telling you, they go crazy. He should have been doing this before the DNA test comes out, by the way. They're going crazy because what? They're trying to keep an image, right? The problem is, the reason why MTR was talking about, okay, DNA test should be mandatory, the reason why they won't do it is because women's image would be destroyed. Women want an image in this society, and their image is going to be destroyed. So what they would prefer to do is lie, because there are many people, most people, believe that women are quite innocent, believe that they're the ones that are always a victim, right? What will happen is their image will be destroyed and they'll be seen for who they are, and they don't want it.
And there you have it. They don't want that destruction of their image. This is what they want you to see. And even this, how much is this is real? All right? The image is the sex symbol, but then when you look at them that way, they get upset. Think about it. Problem, this is what people don't understand about Hosea, right? It says, my people perish for lack of knowledge because you rejected knowledge, right? I reject you from being priest over me. So we didn't perish for lack of knowledge. The B-dubs been showing us the whole time that they are the furthest thing from God. And so if they are the furthest thing from Yah, if they're the furthest thing from us, Afro men, if they feel a closer relationship with the wickedness that is going on from the Caucasian government than they do from family and community, then why are we supposed to stick with them? We're not. We're supposed to separate from them. In everything you see, we're supposed to separate from them. All right? We're perishing because we have knowledge of who these women want to be. We see it all the time. We see that they are nothing but thirst traps. All right? So let the thirsty have them. We can get passport, go to other land, go to lands that have other BWs, right? That stands for something other than witchcraft and thirsting. Thirst traps. All right? We're not supposed to stand for this, people. All right? And so, you read, we don't perish because we lack knowledge. We've been rejecting the knowledge that they've been showing us for a whole time. At the end of the day, people, all right, we're not supposed to stand for it. And then the people that want to de-police us, we're not supposed to stand for or with them either. All right? We got to let these things be. We got to let them be and let them go. It's over. Call it a day. Let them have the wall. All right? We're not supposed to follow them anywhere. And if they're not following us, then we're not supposed to be with them. With that said, I'm out.